For this one, the numbers in the circles are sums of rows and columns. What does a sum mean? What does a sum mean? The answer to what?
Addition.
Addition, yeah. So it means that when we add all these up, we get that. When we add all these up, we get that. Okay? So we eventually need to find the sum of the numbers that are the row sums, the sum of the numbers that are the column sums, and are the two sums the same? All right? So we're going to want to add all these together, and we're going to want to add all those together. Does that make sense? Okay? So when we add all these together, we put that amount there. And when we add all these together, we put that amount there. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So to get started then, any ideas?
We should start with the already filled in thingy, like the column.
Okay. So let's number these 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are going to be columns. Let's do C1, C2, C3, and C4. And your pencil would be working. Because whatever I write down, you should write down. So where do you want to start?
I want to start with the first column.
Column 1?
Column 4.
Column 4. So over here, we'll start with column 4. Column 4. And what do you want to do with column 4?
Add them up.
All right. So when we have 1, and we want to add 5/10 to it, what do we need to remember to do? What do we need to remember to do? One at the decimal point. And where's the decimal point in 1? Yes, you do, because you just said it. After the 1. So we make it 1 and 0/10. Because now we have 5/10, 9/10, and 4/10. Okay? We go ahead and add those up. And what did you get? Jonathan?
2 and 7/10.
Everybody got 2 and 7/10? No? 2 and 9/10? Oh, yeah. 2 and 8/10? 5 and 4 make 9, and 9 and 9 make 18. So 2 and 8/10. So 2 and 8/10 would go in that spot. That spot. Where do we need to go next? Next. That was probably the easiest place to go. Easiest place. Evan, what are your thoughts? C1, column 1. What do you want to do in column 1? Can we fill in 2 blanks at once? No, so let's choose another spot. Row 1. What do you want to do in row 1? What do you want to do in row 1? Add all the ones together that they've already given us. All right, so 7/10, 1 and 1/10, 1 and 0/10. Let's add all those up. What does that give us? 2 and 8/10. And then what do I want to do with that 2 and 8/10? I want to do with that 2 and 8/10. Blaine? No. Ellen? Yeah, we need to subtract now. 3 and 6/10 minus 2 and 8/10. Gives us 8/10, right? So we now know that 8/10 goes in that spot. Questions on that? Where should we go next? Next.
Okay.
Row 2. Row 2. How do we want to get started in row 2? Row 2. Where do you think we should get started there? Eduardo? 8/10, 6/10, 5/10. What is that sum? What is that sum? 1 and 9/10. We agree with that? What do we do with our 1 and 9/10? Our 1 and 9/10. What do we do with that? Adam? Go ahead and do that. Evan, what'd you get? 2 and what? How did you get that? Remember, we need to go down and not up. We need to borrow. 11 minus 9 is 2, and 2 minus 1 is? Okay, let's remember that some of us do make mistakes, don't we? So we don't need to comment on others, okay? Okay? Where should we go next?
Column 3.
Column 3. Column 3. I'm going to erase this. You guys can move on down. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. All right, you guys can tell me what the numbers are. What goes here? 8/10?
Yeah.
1 and 2/10?
Yeah.
Is that all we had?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what were here?
2/8.
2 and 8/10? Okay. So we were going in column 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody tell me what to do for column 3? Column 3? What is your sum? What am I going to do with that 2 and 8/10?
Subtract it from,
From column 3.
subtract it from 2 and 5 times.
Huh? Tyler? Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go from there, Monte? Pardon? Tell us what to do for that, Peyton? Tester?
Add up all the numbers
Eli, what'd you get? Pardon? 2 and 4 tenths? 2 and 4 tenths? Anybody get 2 and 4 tenths? Anybody else?
Oh,
Only a couple of people that 2 and 4 tenths? 2 and 4 tenths?
That's correct.
What are we gonna do with that 2 and 4 tenths, Piper?
Right, you're gonna subtract 3 and 2 tenths minus 2 and 4 tenths.
Okay. Kate Holloway, what'd you come up with? 8 tenths? Go ahead and figure out C1. C1. What did you get for the missing value in C1? Everybody get 1 and 5 tenths? No? Okay.
0 and 7 tenths.
7 tenths? That would give you 1 and 5 tenths, 1 and 5 tenths, which gives you 3, so it has to be 7 tenths. 7 tenths. Okay. Go ahead and try for C2. C2. Column 2. Somebody from home, what did you get for the value for column 2 that's missing? Kaylin, what'd you get?
I'm still working on mine.
Mallory, what'd you get?
0.4.
4/10? Did you guys get 4/10?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Now we need to go for the row 4, the sum. Go ahead and do that. Abby, I need to see you. What did you get for that sum? Go ahead and put that in there for me.
It's like 2.
Now, we've got that all filled in. Are we done? No, what do we still need to do? What do we still need to do? Do what? Okay, we need to add the circles together. So on the right-hand side, you'll need to add the sum of your sums. So you're going to want the sum of the rows, right? So your heading should be the rows. Or the row sum or something like that. Okay? Does that make sense? But you need a heading of some kind, not just some list of numbers. What'd you get?
11 and 9.
11 and 9/10? Everybody get 11 and 9/10?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what else do we need to do? Okay. So the column sums. Quickly do that. Adam, what was your sum?
11 and 9.
Everybody get 11 and 9/10? find were the two sums the same? Questions on what you'll need to do? Anybody? Okay. Take a look at the other two. You're doing the same type of work for those. Most of you will want another sheet of paper so you can show your work neatly. This is smaller space. Make sure you label your groupings and numbers so I know what you're working with. I would put C1, 2, and 3 above your columns. Okay. On the front there, did you put your first and last name?
Yep.
Questions? All right, let's go to our math writing then, please. On the side, it's page 71. We're just going to make up a multiplication problem. Let's talk about words we can use if it's a multiplication problem. Product is a word we could use, but would we use that in a story problem? Probably not. So what are some words we might use in a story problem if we want to use multiplication? Each. What else? Quickly. We might use equal. Equal is more of a division, but we might use equal. That's addition usually.
In a row.
What else is multiplication? What else? No? Mm-hmm. Just the word times. 5 times I blah, blah, blah. Remember that? Okay. All right. All right, if you think you can come up with another one that would indicate any kind of multiplication, but we're not using words like how many. Does that make sense? Okay. So at least 2 words from here, and you can use 1 word from the signage. Does that make sense? For a total of 3? Does that make sense? Questions on that? Is anyone out there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is it must have at least multiplication in it. But we're going to use 2 operations. Okay? Multiplication has to be one of them. So we go to the pizza place and look at what you can get. What would you like to order? Let's just figure out what we'd like to order. Jonathan, what would you like to order?
It's soda and pizza.
Soda, thick crust. What do you want on it?
Mustard sausage.
Anything else?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni?
Yeah.
Anything else? Jonathan, anything else?
No, that's all.
That's it? Are you ordering just for yourself? I'm just asking the question.
No.
No? You're going to order for somebody else also?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many people are you going to order this for?
Two.
2 people?
Yeah.
All right. So there's what we're ordering. Now we need to write our equation. Our unknown is going to be what? Our unknown is going to be what? Eduardo? Not quite. What's our unknown going to be? Total amount, yeah. Okay. All right, how are we going to figure out our total amount? How are we going to figure out our total amount?
Add up all the toppings and stuff.
Add up all of our toppings and crusts.
Times them.
We times them. We don't times anything for starters. We do what? Multiply. So let's start with our pizza. We know it's our pizza. We got pizza, right? And we have a drink, right? All right. Let's look at our pizza to start with. What do we have to pay for on our pizza? Lane.
Sausage, pepperoni, and thick crust.
Okay, how much is the thick crust?
$1.75.
All right. Now, we have how many toppings?
2.
And they cost the same, right? 2 toppings. That cost how much?
25.
That means,
2 times 25 cents, right?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
yeah. And it will equal.
So that takes care of our pizza, right?
It will equal.
Does that take care of our pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus we have a drink. How much is our drink?
65.
65 cents, right? Now that takes care of one person, but we had 2 people doing this, right? Okay. So we have 2 people doing this, so we want to multiply it by 2, right? Yes?
Yes.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
To make it an equation, we need to say equals n. Right?
Yeah.
We good with that? So that's our equation. 2 times $1.75 plus 2 times that 25 cents plus the 65 cents equals n. Right? Yes? We're good with that? Can we solve it? Why is your pencil sitting on your desk? It needs to be working. We've written this down. Is it on your paper? Question?
The outside things be a bracket.
They could be.
The equation.
They could be. They don't have to be because it's clear away from this, but they could be. Good call. Now let's solve our equation. 2 times, we need to do this, right? $1.75 plus, what's 2 times a quarter?
50 cents.
50 cents plus 65 cents equals N. Well, we can add these three things together, can't we? $1.75, 50 cents, and 65 cents. Add those three things up. Do it off to the side. $1.75, 50 cents, and 60 cents. Or 65, sorry. Oh, don't do that. Yeah. 65 cents. How much time does that give us?
$2.90.
Everybody get $2.90? Okay. So now we have 2 times, whoops, oh well. $2.90 equals N. So now off to the side, we need to do $2.90 times 2. Where does my decimal point belong? So my cost is $5.80. Okay, did I lose anybody on any of those steps? Ezra?
I can hardly see the word.
This has total amount. Okay, I just started working through the steps. All right, did you get the original? Walk up there and look at it. Go to the table if you need to. If you need to sit up here, just so you can. You want to sit up here so you can see? All right. Now, we need to get a story cranked out here pretty quick, right? Okay. So, Jonathan. Ordered. What did he order?
One thick crust pizza with pepperoni sauce.
2 thick crust pizzas. All right. Okay. There we go. We got the thick crust in there, right? We could say each, couldn't we? Each pizza had sausage and pepperoni. We got each in. Now, because the billboard is up there for the reader, we can let the reader use the billboard. Does that make sense? Okay? Do we have enough information to ask the question yet? What do we need to include yet? Okay. So, they also each ordered a drink, right? And actually, we just say a soda, don't we?
Yeah.
There's two different prices. Are we ready for the question yet? Okay. What can our question be?
How much money did they spend now?
Okay. And I'm going to have to erase some of this in connection.
Yes.
My question. And there is our third vocab, right? All right. What?
No, she said at least two.
Okay. You have two math type words, and you can use one from the billboard. Does that make sense?
Oh. Okay.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. But I thought. Did I say but? Ordered. Ordered is what it says. All right. Questions on this? Okay, let's take a look at the other side then. All right. I'm going to change the directions here. All those steps. Okay. Two words from here, one from the board, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Your story problem should not read identical to the one we just wrote. Yes. Yes, you can choose words like what we did on the other side. Okay. What? Yeah, it shouldn't just change the name and say that Billy went there and ordered sausage and pepperoni pizza with two friends and a soda. All right, question. All this stuff is due when?
Friday.
And do I need to say no?
No.
You gotta know that one now, right?
Wait, Kasi banana.
What?
Kasi banana. Oh.
There are two kinds of
That's not what I said. Yeah, that one.
Board, you know, the board up here. Banana? B-A-N-A-N-N, that is not B-A-N-A-N, that's board, that's banana. Yes, sir.
Wrong piece there.
These kids need glasses.
Very much so.
I need glasses.
All right, here we go. Assessment time. Okay, clear off. Assessment, let's go.
I need to make sure my pencils are so sharp.
Assessment's out, quiet. As a letter, I give you one. You are going to need colored pencils, so if you don't have them, I'll bring some around. But I need to get others onto the test first before I bring them around. So if you have colored pencils, you may get them out. But I'll be bringing some around in just a minute. As long as it got bleed through. Guys, I'll be assigning your test here in just a second, so hold on.
All right. So here's what you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna send you the assessment. Tammy quit working again. So I will send you the assessment by, one second.